go. Getting ready to board the flight to London and meet the rest of the London gang. What's up, travel fam? Welcome back to a new travel video. This is your first time stopping by. Welcome. My name is Sade. Happy to have you all joining along with me on this quick weekend getaway to one of the most vibrant and recognizable cities in the world. We're going to London, baby. I've had the privilege of visiting London once before, but this trip is special as I'll be meeting up with one of my dearest girlfriends of 30 plus years, as well as my aunt and her decades-long best friend. This will be their first time visiting, and I find myself as excited as if it were my first time as well. For my fellow avid travelers, you know that feeling. That euphoric feeling of getting ready to board a plane to a foreign land for the first time. That bursting of the bubble you didn't know existed until stepping foot on the plane. The feeling of taking off at 200 miles per hour, then gliding amongst the clouds at 30,000 feet, while also floating above your old self, your old ways of viewing the world. Knowing that you'll come back home enlightened and anew. This feeling right here is what I live for. Oh, and we're in the month of October, so a rerun marathon of the show Wednesday on Netflix seems appropriate for this long overnight flight, before landing in the mystic land of Iceland for a layover. A layover just long enough to get in a chapter or two of mindfulness reading before taking off again towards the horizon. My gosh, isn't the world just indescribably beautiful? From up here, there are no political boundaries, no stress, no worry, just beauty and peace. I'd like to hold on to this feeling forever. This is a reminder of what we humans take for granted, in my opinion. How lucky we are to live in the most perfect speck of dust in the entire galaxy, with colors of blue, pink, purple so perfectly painted across the skies. But after about 3 hours, it's time to land. Y'all, how beautiful is the British countryside? I'm telling you, my next visit to the UK has to include a trip outside of the city. But seeing as though we only have planned 4 days with lots to do, it's time to quickly make my way from the gorgeous countryside to the city center. When I first began traveling alone, the varying modes of transportation and finding my way from point A to point B would give me so much anxiety. What if I get lost? What if I look lost and some bad guys try to take advantage of my weakness at this moment? These were all thoughts running through my head, right? Many solo trips later, though, I still have these same feelings, but I'm proud to walk with a little bit more confidence and assertiveness with each trip that passes. With Sky, train, and walking miles earned, I remind myself that I'm a badass bitch. Buck around and find out. And I'm happy to be here meeting up with a few other badass females, if I must say, whose excitement after only touching down 2 hours ago has already put them to sleep. I guess a recovery nap wouldn't be such a bad idea. Avenel, are you awake? Are you up? Avenel, I'm coming out to your bunk. Oh, it's cozy in here. It's time to wake up, Avenel. We're in London now. What's up, guys? Say hi to the YouTube. What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new vlog. As you can say, we're a little bit too relaxed. We flew all night long. My family and my friends from Florida, myself from the Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, and we flew into London kind of mid-morning today. and we just literally crashed. We checked into our hostel. I didn't even film any of that because we were so tired. We took about a little bit longer of a nap than we were intending. We checked in around 3 and it's closer to 7:30 now, but that's okay because we're on vacation and we're allowed to do that. Whatever we want, right now? Yeah. So I think we're gonna get started, get the trip started, get up. We're taking showers. I'm already in my pajamas because I showered and got into bed to take a little bit of a nap, but we're gonna get up so we can go get some dinner. I'm super excited to be spending this trip with my aunt, who I'll introduce you guys to in a second. This is my best friend Avenel. You may remember her from one of our previous vlogs together where, you know, it was kind of themed around nurturing friendships. If you haven't seen that one, you could check it out in this corner right up here. And for the longest time I've been saying to Avenel, we've done trips together. I think this is our second international trip together. First one we went to Iceland, which is freaking amazing. And so I'm happy to be nurturing our 30+ year friendship. I've known Avenel since we were 5, I think. We went to kindergarten, elementary school, middle school together. So we've been friends for a really long time. And she's more like my sister that I annoy, clearly. And then I have my aunt on the trip, who I've traveled with obviously numerous times, but never by ourselves. So like, it's been really fun. She brought her best friend with her, whom they've known each other for 40+ years. I don't want to give away their age by saying they've known each other for 60 years. But I think similarly to Avenel and I, they've known each other since elementary school age, if I'm not mistaken. So we're doing a girls trip. It's the 4 of us together. I booked us a hostel, which I asked everyone if that'd be okay, because I just feel like the accommodations would be better suited, you know, given that we're, you know, a group of 4 girls. And I want to give you guys a tour because, I mean, I think everybody's rating this hostel. It's a 3-star hostel, but I will give it like around, for now, I've only been here a few hours, but probably like a 3.5. It's not bad, but let me give you guys a tour. It's kind of cool. This is my aunt. Looks like she's still sleeping.
Huh?
Hi, Thea. Say hi to YouTube.
What's up, YouTube?
All right, so we have booked an 8-person hostel, and they kind of show, you know, have these little cubby style beds. Avenel and I are definitely taking the top bunk because top bunks are more fun. One thing we feel like this room is lacking is storage. So for right now, typically at a hostel you have like cubbies or lockers for people to lock up and put their things. Really don't have that. They have these hooks here, which is fine, but that's the one thing I think we're struggling with, is kind of where to organize and put our stuff. And because these are kind of queen size beds, you know, essentially 2 persons to a bed, I can't imagine having 8 people in this one room. I think it would be overcrowded if that was the case. But we have our private ensuite, which isn't bad. You know, it's nice to have your own shower that you don't have to share with like community style. I don't think anybody would be up for that, so I was not playing that game. I was like, let's just book the whole hostel room for ourselves, because I doubt anyone wants to share a shower with strangers. But here we are. I've stayed in hostels before. Avenel has stayed in hostels with me, I believe, but it's my aunt's and her best friend's first time, so I can't wait to get to the reviews at the end of this video. Okay. All right, and this is the top cubby. I will say the beds are very comfortable. They're queen size. They come with a nice comforter, 2 pillows, 2 towels, obviously, for each bed. There's a nice little decent cubby space for us to kind of plug in our electronics and put some things up there. But otherwise, I said it's really lacking in storage space. I wish they would have included some here, because I'm gonna have to leave some of my things on the bed just so that we have some additional space. But that's okay, we'll work with it. I think now we're gonna get dressed and go grab some dinner, because none of us have really eaten today. And it'll be our first glimpse at London. It's probably dark out right now, so I'm really excited to get out there and get this trip started. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to London. We're finally out and about. It took us a minute to get there because we needed to kind of recover a little bit from these long flights that we took, but we are finally out on the streets. We're walking Piccadilly Circus, which is kind of considered the Times Square of London. It's a Friday night. There's a lot of people out, and the energy, oh, there's a Friendship Gate. The energy is crazy out here, so we're gonna grab some dinner and explore a little bit of this area. I didn't like this meal at all. It wasn't good, but I had to eat it all. It was actually really delicious. Yeah, you didn't like your lasagna?
I did, but you know, I'm gonna take a few bites and I'm done.
Oh boy, we are stuffed, but feeling very satisfied after dinner. Much needed because neither of us really had any good food today, so very happy to kick it off with Italian, which is peculiar, but I don't know, I'm not a big fan of English food, so I figure out we could do pasta because you can't really go wrong with it. Anyway, we're back out on the street. It is so busy out here. I know it's a Friday night, but there's thousands of people walking around, hanging out, which is what I really love about this city, just like how social it is generally. Like, you'll always see people outside either having a beer or a smoke or hanging out. So it's a very lively scene. We're hoping to walk around a little bit, but then we're gonna call it a night because we wanna get a good night's rest, because tomorrow we're gonna have a full day of activities, which I'm very much looking forward to, and definitely looking forward to taking you guys along. So I think I'm gonna close out the evening here. I'll see you guys in the morning. And good morning, guys. Welcome back to our full first day here in London. Unfortunately, the weather isn't as spectacular as it was yesterday, but thankfully it's not raining. So I have to thank the weather gods for that, because if you know London, you know London is a very rainy city. It's just overcast, but the weather is reasonable, not even that cold, so I'm happy about that. Honestly, we struggled to wake up this morning. I think we probably could have slept for another 10 hours. I don't know if it's just jet lag or just lack of having relaxation time, because we much needed lots of sleep, but kind of forced ourselves to get up this morning because we don't want to miss out on all the incredible things that there are to do in this city. Our first stop is Trafalgar Square, just to kind of get our feet wet, and I kind of created somewhat of a loose itinerary of things to do today. So we want to just kind of follow that map. We do have entry tickets to Westminster Abbey. That's really the only thing we had certainly planned. Try not to get run over here by these double-decker buses. But we're excited. Are you guys excited to be in London? Woo! All right, let's get this day started. So let me formally introduce you guys to my tia, my aunt, and my godmom, who basically we grew up together because we're not that far apart in age, right, Tia?
No, we're not.
So initially I wanted to do this trip with my friend Avenel, who you met earlier. Again, I've known her since kindergarten, 4 or 5 years old. And then when I told Thea, I was like, yeah, why don't you come along with us? And then she's like, okay, well, can I invite my best friend? And so now it's the 4 of us, and they're back there taking photos.
Stopping everywhere.
First time in London. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about this city, is that every single corner is just aesthetically beautiful. And so you want to stop because they have all these old historic buildings that you just don't see as much of in the US. But we'll see if we ever make it to our next destination.
On time.
Our next stop is going to be 10 Downing Street, which is essentially the UK's version of the White House for their Prime Minister. I do really appreciate, thank you UK, for adding signage to the road just before you step out of the sidewalk, because obviously Americans drive on the opposite side of the road, so we're not used to looking left or right in the directions that they drive here. So it does make me feel a little bit safer, a little bit more confident crossing the street. Even though it's written, I'm still hella confused, not gonna lie. This is the viral horse that I've seen all over social media. There's a guy who kind of dubs voices of animals doing funny things. And so there's a video out where he like dubs the voice of this horse here. And it's hilarious because as you'll see on this side, there's a warning sign that says this horse kicks and bites, don't touch. People still do, they don't listen even though the guard is right there. If I can find it, I'll insert it here in this video because it is freaking hilarious, the voice that's dubbed, and just the commentary, right? The monologue that he puts on here is funny, y'all. But it's so cute.
Oh, it feels so good to see some brown around this town. How you doing, sister? You smell just like shea butter. I appreciate you. Got 2 more hours of this Caribbean on my back, but I got to get back to it, all right? You be blessed out there. Step back before I bite you. Get your hands off. Get your hand off me. Get your hand off, mate. I said step back. I said step back. I'm on my Dr. Umar today. Touching me with them church usher gloves, ho. I said, watch out. Over here touching on me. What's wrong with you? Can't you read the sign? Read the sign, I'll bite you. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so it's not really that impressive. So I think I will insert the picture somewhere here on the screen. But we just passed 10 Downing Street, which is essentially where the Prime Minister lives and works. The cabinet works as well. You can't really walk down that street, but I tend to watch a lot of British news and, you know, the Prime Minister questions, the PMQs, because it's really funny when the speaker, I think that's what he's called, or that equivalent, says order, order. So for me, you know, a fan of history, I really enjoy it, but it's not that impressive. If you come here to London and you're into that kind of stuff, I recommend that you come and stop by. Otherwise, meh. So our next stop is going to be Westminster Abbey, which we actually have tickets for, and it's where they do the royal weddings, and it's really beautiful. So let's go do that. Big bed. Mwah. So pretty. The last time I was here, I think it was like 2018, 19.
Here's where I want to take a picture.
And it was under renovation then, so like it was really disappointing because you come to London and then Big Ben is under scaffolding, but it's gorgeous. They did such a good job with those renovations. Blown away. So next up on our girls trip here in London, we are visiting Westminster Abbey. This place is more than just a beautiful church. It's like stepping into centuries of British history. Westminster has been the site of every coronation since year 1066. I mean, imagine standing where every English monarch has been crowned, from William the Conqueror to Queen Elizabeth II. It's also where Prince William and Kate Middleton had their wedding, which I'm sure you remember was a huge global event. But it's not just about royal ceremonies here. I mean, the Abbey is also the final resting place for over 3,000 notable figures. Tombs like Charles Darwin, Isaac Newton, and so many other historic icons. It's crazy to think about the impact these people had on science and literature and history. As you walk through, you can see the intricate Gothic architecture and stained glass windows, each piece telling its own story. There's so much to take in, and it's almost overwhelming in the best way possible. And here's a little travel tip for you. Definitely reserve your tickets online ahead of time. The lines can get super long, and trust me, you don't want to waste your precious time in London standing around for 2 hours. Entry costs around $40 US per person, which might seem a little steep, but honestly, I felt the experience was worth it. All right, that's it for now. Off to the next stop, but seriously, do not skip Westminster Abbey if you're in London. All right, so we wrapped up our little tour at the Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey? Westminster Abbey. And now we have made our way to the other side of Westminster Bridge. You can see the Big Ben there in all of its glory. And then we're maybe about 100 feet away from the London Eye, which is just behind me. Lots of people here today. Lots of people traveling. What I love about London is that it's such an international city. You can hear dozens of different languages on the street, which I absolutely love. Now we're thinking about taking a ferry so that we can see the city from the vantage point of the River Thames all the way to Tower Bridge, which is what most people confuse as being the London Bridge, which is actually called Tower Bridge. So I'm really excited. Let's keep going. Our hope was to take an Uber boat for around £10 or so to appear nearest to the Tower Bridge and Borough Market, which are our next stops. Boats coming by were at capacity and would have caused us to wait upwards of 40 minutes to finally catch a ride. So obviously we were not going to do that, didn't think it was worth the wait. Which brings us to our next best choice. As fun as that looks, no, not that one. That one. Nothing screams London like riding around on their iconic double-decker red buses. I mean, it takes me back to my younger days when I was obsessed with the Spice Girls, riding around on this beautiful piece of man-made machinery, dancing in platform boots. So, despite the Uber boat fail, one brilliant thing about the city is how commuter-friendly it is. Between walking, biker-friendly roads, tubes, buses, ferries, there's a mode of transit to get you wherever you want to go in no time, so no worries. Alright, so after a 15-minute bus ride, we finally made it to Borough Market. This has to be probably one of my favorite markets in all of London. There are quite a few, but this one is really lively, has really good food. And if I'm not mistaken, it's been around for a very long time. If I can research, I'll put the year that it was started here on the screen. So we're just gonna walk around. I definitely want to try a lot of different things and maybe find somewhere to sit so we can relax for a little bit and have a good lunch. This is probably a bad idea coming here when I'm hungry because there's so many options and you don't know what you want to eat. There's fresh oysters, paella lobsters, Italian, fish and chips. I have no idea what I want to eat. I kind of want it all. It's so busy. We need like traffic signals for pedestrian traffic. It's packed to the brim. Two tartar sauce and a lager, too, please.
A lager, yeah?
Yes, please. Oh my god, guys, so we cut our lunch a little bit short at Borough Market. One, because it was so packed with people that it was almost unbearable. You really can't enjoy it because you can't even see where you're going because it's just like so full. But then my aunt unfortunately had a little slippery accident. So, but she's okay, no need to be worried. So we decided we would come back to the hotel anyway, recharge our phones, recharge our bodies, and just relax for a little bit. But as we're here talking, you know, since this is like our first little girls trip together, we were thinking, why don't we put, you know, pen to paper, I guess put it in a hat? Does anyone have a hat? Yeah. Or a shoe or something? And then we're going to figure out, I guess, is it 2 places we're gonna choose?
Yeah, we're gonna choose 2.
So we're gonna write down 2.
No, we're gonna put 2, but we're gonna choose 1.
1 place. So we were thinking of,
choose?
yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
What's that you just did?
So since this is our inaugural girls trip, we figure it would be fun to make it a tradition, you know, because girls need our time too. So we're each gonna put in 2 destinations into a hat, but we're only selecting 1. Don't go crazy, y'all, talking about let's go to Tahiti or anything like that.
Here.
Something reasonable. Oh, I gotta write mine in.
Okay, who wrote theirs already?
And then hopefully this is something cool that we can do next year and for years to come. So let's do that. I think I know one of Marisol's places. I think I know at least one of them.
I've been heard of the same place.
Wait, are we putting countries or cities?
I put country.
Okay, so we haven't really.
No, what did I put? Let me put on my.
Okay. Avenel, let me cheat. Let me cheat off your paper. What are you putting down? Oh, okay. I like that. I like that.
They won't steal it. You ready?
Shake it up real well.
Shaky.
You folded it in half?
No.
Shake.
Who's gonna pick?
Shake.
Oh,
Shake your booty.
So they can pick.
Shake your booty. You want me to pick? That's a lot of
I
pressure.
was gonna say you already have it in half.
Yeah.
That is a lot of pressure. Yeah,
I'll
you do it.
So I'm closing my eyes and I am picking 1.
Oh God.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm not ready. Drum roll.
Aruba.
Ah!
Aruba. We're going to Aruba.
So we're digging back into the back. I don't know if this is against the rules because you're supposed to go whatever picks first.
Well,
but
we choose. We make
I feel like Aruba is right there. We could do it anytime. So we're gonna do a second choice so that we have another option. Okay.
And we are going to Egypt.
Yeah, that's my pick. That's my pick. That's my pick.
Yeah.
No way.
Gotta look into that.
Ooh, we're going to Egypt 2025. You heard it here live.
Egypt and what?
Huh?
Mine?
Egypt and what?
Spain.
Oh.
Of course I'm picking Spain because Spain is like,
It's okay. We've never been anywhere.
Spain is my patria. Like, I'm trying to retire and die in
Well, so they've
Spain.
been to Spain.
Alright, we somehow managed to get our life together. This jet lag has been kicking our butts. But we were able to get a few hours of sleep, which I'm really happy about. Now we're gonna have a really fabulous dinner next to the Tower Bridge. Are you guys ready for this evening? Hi. Sorry to keep you waiting.
In a bad place. You know how I know you're not from here?
Why?
You made me stop right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was crying. I was crying. I said, "What's the matter?"
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
How are you?
Hello, Tower Bridge. It is beautiful. Our restaurant is just there. They have these incredible igloos. We won't be eating in one. We'll be eating inside of the restaurant, but you can reserve them, I think, for an additional price. But it's a very popular restaurant. I've eaten here before, so I know that it's good. And I hope that my family and friends will enjoy it. But look at this view. It's so pretty. People are wilding out here. I guess the last night of their life. That was interesting. We just went for a quick drink, but lots of action. Somebody got blown a kiss. Wasn't me. I'm married. But very interesting. Very fun little street. Greek street, y'all, in London. Definitely have to check that out if you're going out for a night out in the town. Make a little grocery stop. One thing that's difficult about these trips, especially when you're traveling, is hard to remember to drink water and stay hydrated. But it is kind of fun to go in the grocery store and see what they've got. See how expensive it is relative to back home. All butter biscuits, a light melt in the mouth biscuits made to a classic all butter recipe. That sounds enticing. Custard creams. You know I'm a cookie monster. There's chocolate. This might be it right here. Is this chocolate or shortbread? What does that mean?
Where?
Caramel shortbread. That's chocolate, right?
Yeah, aromas of
A Belgian chocolate. This might be better actually. Oh, I think I'm gonna switch. I think I like this better. This is better than America.
it is. We just been getting shit on all weekend. but we expect it, don't we? Nobody likes it.
Please select your payment.
Oh god. Okay.
Please tap or insert your card on the payment device.
How much? I do like that you can tap and pay everything's cashless. That's nice. Okay. Got some chocolate for the night. I didn't know weed was legal in London. But you could smell it. Did you know?
Yeah, I said I smell the good stuff.
The good stuff, the ganja. Jeez. Like, it's very strong. No. What'd you say?
You're at that age.
I said I hate loud noises. And my best friend's calling me old. She's not wrong.
We're at that age where it's like, why are you so loud?
Why are you so loud? Like, damn. My ears are sensitive. And it also gives me anxiety. Like, sir, if we're at the airport or like a ferry port or a bus stop, like, lower your voice.
Exactly.
We don't need to be that loud.
Even for kids. I'm like,
shut up. Shut up. Are you ever like in a place where you're not drunk and everyone else is drunk? It's so crazy. Everyone is drunk. Okay, so this is our hotel, right? Right here on the corner. And people are fucking wasted. It's crazy. Wait for me. Wait for me.
But
You.
we've also met
That could be you, Avenel, but you playing, Avenel. She's playing. They're closed. Apparently ice is a lost commodity in London. We can't get any in this town. Oh my god. Look at her, she look crazy. She look crazy.
Brian caught her in the background.
So it's been a struggle to find ice in this town. So there's a Five Guys next to our hotel, but they close at midnight, 47 minutes after past midnight. So, hey,
You gotta open it.
look at her freaking. Does anyone have a key? Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
That was
It was a good night.
It was an adventurous little evening. I'm glad we made it back home safely without getting taken.
Because walking through that district was kind of sketchy.
It sure was. I was like, I feel
It's
like
not
I'm
my
down,
fault, it's the GPS fault.
down in Wynwood, you know?
It was a little sketchy, but we figured it out eventually. Anyways, I think we're gonna call it a night. See you guys in the morning.
The next day.
Good morning, angels.
Trying to ask good morning.
You're supposed to say, good morning, Charlie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, YouTube family.
On my fall, I'm feeling a little sore today.
Unfortunately, I had an accident slipping because the streets are slippery, especially when they're wet and it was rainy. But you're good, right? Feeling better enough to continue exploring today. It's our last full day in London. Even though we've only been here 2 nights, it feels like it's been a week.
Yes.
I think the jet lag has just wrecked us. And because there's 4 of us ladies in one very tight space, I think we're all anxious to get back to our own, get some personal space back, but that's okay. We're gonna make the best of it. We are headed, our first stop, to Buckingham Palace. I believe on Fridays and Sundays and other days as well, I'm not sure, but they do the changing of the guards at the palace at 11. It's currently 10:11, so we're trying to get there a little bit early so we can get a decent enough spot to be able to see it. I don't know about front row, we'll see how busy it is out there when we get there, but otherwise we don't have much else planned today. We just plan to do some souvenir shopping, head over to Oxford and Regent Street, which is kind of like the really nice trendy shopping district, see if we can get some London finds to take back with us to America. Maybe visit Kensington Palace, we'll see. No plans, just enjoy the day because this is a vacation after all. So we'll catch you guys in a bit. Wow, okay, this is strike 2 for me. I'm so bummed. There are just certain things that when you come here for the first time that you want to check off. One is go see the tower Bridge, right? Which people know as the London Bridge, but it's the Tower Bridge. And then see the changing of the guards at Buckingham Palace, which we have just arrived to. But apparently there's some kind of marathon or 5K going on, and so they've canceled the ceremony, which I'm happy for these runners, but so I don't even know how we can get across the street because they're running here and Buckingham Palace is just on the other side of the street, so we're gonna try to figure that out. At least to get a picture somehow. Anyways, that's traveling, isn't it? Things can always go your way. Of the trip that I've been waiting for the most. Shopping! We're in TK Maxx, which is London's version of TJ Maxx in the United States. It's so busy and packed in here, but I'm hoping to find some good finds. Some things that maybe I wouldn't find back in the US. We'll see. I wanted to go to a vintage store to buy some secondhand clothing. And this one is kind of odd. See if we find anything. I was concerned about this store, but look at how cute this coat is. It fits me pretty good, and it has like this tie belt. And this print is like a colorful little, it looks like a herringbone, like a houndstooth. I love it. I do kind of wish it was longer, but actually it's not too bad. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? I can't believe these like vintage, you know, embellished tops are kind of back in style. I kind of like that. I think I'm getting old. All right, now we're really starting to do damage. Bag one, Avenel got a little something. Thea got her Pandora London bracelet. We're heading back to H&M. There's two on this street. So a sweater that Avenel liked at the first H&M, her size one isn't available, so we're gonna go to this other one, hopefully so she can buy it. And then I think, you know, we'll be done. We've exhausted ourselves shopping now in London, but and then we go home tomorrow. That'll be it for this trip. I'm loving this shopping street. So cute. Back at it after like a 4-hour break. Got a little nap in there. We're walking to another one. Ooh! I'm gonna try one of these falafel stands at some point because they look like they've been making falafel since they've been 8, and it has to be really good. And I haven't met a falafel in America yet that I liked. So maybe the UK will be better. Anyway, we're walking back to the central shopping district. off of Regent Street to go grab some dinner, our last evening here in London. I'm so sad because I feel like now the holiday energy is kind of in the air. You can see the lights up down the streets, and unfortunately we'll be missing all of it heading back to America. Early tomorrow morning. But the night's not over yet, so I'm just gonna soak in these last 12 hours or so and enjoy the rest of this evening. So let's go catch some dinner. As this amazing girls trip comes to an end, I've been reflecting on what travel really is. Travel can be so humbling. You know, it pushes you out of your comfort zone, sometimes in ways you didn't expect. It can be stressful, emotional, tiring, and even overwhelming at times. Honestly, it's like experiencing a whirlwind of highs and lows, all bottled into one euphoric sensation. And here's the thing, you don't always know how to process it until you're back home, coming off of that travel high. And you know what can be even more challenging? Traveling with others. You think you know someone, or yourself for that matter, but nothing truly reveals those little quirks like navigating a foreign city with friends and or family. But here's the beauty in that. On the other side of those adjustments and little stresses are the moments that stick with you forever. The ups and downs, the laughter, and yes, even those moments that might feel like a failure, like us missing the Uber boat or the cancellation of the changing of guard ceremony because of this marathon that I had no idea was going on. I mean, I'll admit, I am one of those people who sometimes wants everything to go perfectly, but this trip has been a good reminder that life, especially travel, just does not work that way. Things happen. You miss the bus. You lose your sense of direction. You might even get lost, but the key is just to adjust your sails and to keep moving forward. It's all a part of the journey, right? All right. The London party is over, unfortunately. Yeah, these little 3 nights, it's felt like 2 weeks we've been traveling. We're exhausted, but tomorrow we're headed back home to our respective cities. I had a really nice time. I hope everyone did. Down here, my bunk mates.
Yes.
Marisol over there.
I did,
I can't see you, Marisol.
Oh.
Can't see you. Pop out. Tia down here. Tia, pop out. There you go. And Avenel, whose bunk I'm in currently, because we're gonna Netflix a little bit before bed. Anyways, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what this vlog is gonna turn out like. I'm really sorry for the disorganization, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be kind, leave a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys somewhere, someplace elsewhere around the world. Take care. Peace. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.